the update that we just got, guys. If this isn't, a sweet bit of yes, please, then I don't know what is. Now, guys, I was with Dan yesterday, and Dan, I knew this was coming, right? I knew there was a big product map update thing, but he didn't give anything away. And see, as soon as I read this, I was like, wow, Dan has got, he has got a lock on it, man. Fair play to him, honestly, because this is huge for me. And he did, and the little he did say, it made it sound like, oh, it's just a wee, it's just a wee update or something. But man, for me, well, I don't know if it's because of that, perhaps my bar was set quite low for what would come out in this roadmap, if that makes sense. But wow, very impressed. Now, I've not got a total grip of it. My first take-homes, and I think some of your first take-homes from what I've seen in comments and replies and all that good stuff, are maybe somewhat aligned, but I'm still unclear as to execution on some of this stuff. So let's have a gander. Let's open it up and see what we've got to play with. Now, the thing I love about Sorare is that it's by the fans, for the fans. You know what I mean? These guys are just as mental about football as me and you. They really mean it. They really love it. And that's part of any of the cynicism, I think, that comes their way. It's almost like people treat them sometimes like they're a credit card company or an insurance company or something. They're the good guys. They are on our side. They are us, But the collection game launch, okay? Now, this was very eye-catching to me at first, and the first thing I'm thinking right away is Celtic better be in there, NYC better be in there, MLS of some description better be in there. Now, we've got the 25th of May is when this is going to hit the platform, so we've got 2 weeks from today. This feature will reward managers for building collections involving their favourite leagues, clubs, players. Managers can assemble club collections around specific seasons and scarcities, such as 22-23 Napoli limited cards or 18-19 Bruges rares. Now, when I read that in the first case, I thought they were like throwaway examples. I'm not sure if it's going to clarify later on or if you guys know. Is that like throwaway examples or are they specifying? Because I think there was something else that made me think, they specify, this season it's the rares or something, I don't know. Inspired by the community's enthusiasm for collecting, the new experience gives Sorare managers a collection, club-based collection album they build. Each album's collection score is totaled based on its player cards, with each card evaluated on its serial number, design, acquisition method, and how long it's been part of the collection album. See the below graphic. Why collect? Aside from the fun of assembling your favourite teams and leagues, managers can now compete for bragging rights by claiming to be the collection leaderboard for their favourite clubs. Will you be your club's #1 collector? Managers can also earn collection bonus for all their player cards in an album, in addition to any other card bonuses to boost their chances of winning rewards in our game week competitions. And this is like a new bonus. This is like new, like seasonal XP, maximum 10%. This is another attachment to that. This is another bolt on to that. So these are the rules, okay? So each licensed club will have one collection per season and scarcity. Yeah. So that's what made me think that they're going to say, it is Napoli Limiteds and it's Juve rares and it's AC super rares or whatever. Each player's team collection eligibility is determined by the team logo on the card. For example, if a player in your collection album moves, his player card will only apply to the previous collection. Yes, of course, that makes sense. Each card will have a collection score based on the criteria shared below. Cards listed or in trade offers don't count, so they get removed from the Sorare equation that's built into their systems and whatever, so that's cool. Each album will have a total collection score based on player cards in the album, so it kind of aggregates everything. There's a maximum of 1 player card per album. Player duplicates are not allowed in albums. If you have more than 1 player card eligible for the same collection, the card with the highest collection score will count towards your total score. So I guess if you have a one-of for someone, because I know what some of these things are, if you have a one-of someone, or you have a special edition, design champion edition, let's say, and then you have a jersey number, if you have 3 of them, whatever one would be the most powerful is the one that will run on the card. You don't get to ultimately stack them all up, basically. So it's 1 player card. Each player card contributing to the collection score will receive a collection bonus based on the collective score of the album. Cool. And the collection bonus, an additional scoring bonus on a player's in-game score while applying competitions where XP applies. Okay, so this is the bit I'm interested in. And then collection game scoring matrix. So you need to get to these point totals to activate these little bars to get an extra % on one card, it feels like, out of said collection. Your player cards contribute to your album's total collection score in 6 different ways, and this is how the points are accrued, and this is where it gets exciting, and this is where it gets fun. Yeah, so we do have first owner up here, but then down in this section it says max 1 owner, so it's really confusing. Well, that's 20 points, I suppose. Max 1 owner is worth 20 points. That's very good. Yeah, first owner's 20 points as well. So I hope they're separate. I would hope they're separate because, you know, I've got a first owner Jota and a first owner Rio, but not Celtic cards from when they were like OGs back at the day. But I sold them and I brought them back. And that's part of the magic of the NFT of all this, you know. So I definitely want my Jota and my Rio, the ones I'm first owner on. I want them to be rewarded by this. But I've made an album in my club already, FC Barcelona. It's called Serial Winners. So these are the guys that have managed to win on this. I think I've got about 60 of them here. I'm first owner of, or only owner of, jersey numbers perhaps. I need to investigate some of them, but first pass jersey numbers, special editions, all the easy ones are easy to spot, but there's a few I think I bought him on auction, because that comes into this as well. If you're first owner, it's not just a reward you've got, but it is if you've bought something off auction and held it. That's a first owner status. Like they're going to reward in this, you know. This is how it builds up, you know. So you can see here how many points you get for the collection bonus. The collection bonus is an additional bonus to a player's game week score. This is an extra additional 5% potentially added on if you can break 750 points on this aggregate across your collection, which is fantastic. And if you've got a powerhouse Liverpool, Celtic, NYC, I'm trying to think of the ones I know about, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, especially if you've been an avid collector and got the nice editions of things and whatever, then this is a payday. This is a big yes. For decades, sport fans have innovated the collectible space. We believe this further celebrates sport fandom and rewards the passionate collectors in our Sorare community. We can't wait to see the collections you build. Now, this is probably the best bit. Training update. The training experience has been a challenge for much of our community. They've changed the format a few times, and we're now going to be changing it from training to academy. Every game week, it feels like. Yep. In the academy competition, the top 500 managers will win the following US dollars amount in Ethereum each game week. Number 1, 500. Number 2, 3. Number, bronze position, 200. And then 4th, which is a bit crummy, 4th to 500 is $5, which is fine, right? Whatever, right? But 4th to maybe 10th is going to be super sore because it's 5. But hey, fantastic, cannot complain. But that's just going to be a fun pain situation for some people, I'm sure. This is an addition to the XP they're going to get. This is to rebrand it, so it's going to be nice and clear. So there's not going to be training and academy, just all training is going to be called academy, it feels like. This format provides opportunities to test new game modes for competitions with rewards. It makes existing and future club shop items more engaging, like the expansion teams, and maybe some bonuses and stuff that they'll do. And then a nice wee thing for any of you guys out there that are talking to pals and they're finally like, oh, so what is this thing? Like, the more your pals that you refer, and do this, by the way, get yourself the better tier, if you can get 10 of your mates on, a tier 2 rare, an old school tier 1, we're calling that, for 10 of your pals, that's not bad, man, But, of course, get them to come to the channel, hit the like button, watch the tutorials over here. But, if you're getting your pals involved, 10 pals to get a tier 1 rare, that could be a quality, like, champ hero goalkeeper. That could be something pretty decent. So I think that's a great incentive for the general community out there. And, fantastic. There's a bit of an apologies here. K-League coverage, it is what it is, but we keep trying. J-League is coming. And then this is a further explanation of some of the stuff we see on website for, some of the buttons you can click and see all the explanation of ownership and where it is and all that stuff. In the coming months, we'll unveil major features and gameplay updates. If this isn't major, then wow, Let's see what they're talking about. To make the Sorare a social and community-first game experience. This new experience will onboard new waves of managers and help establish product balance and consistency for the 23-24 European football season. We'll keep listening to your feedback and iterate to build the best football game together. As such, we'll soon share updates on our new club items, our progress with the fiat wallet system, and our commitment to maintaining ETH threshold reward amounts. Thanks for being part of the Sorare community. An absolutely massive update from Sorare, and I cannot wait to see what we're going to see drop out in bits and bobs throughout the summer, really.